Good morning. It is July 23rd. The welcoming you to this live. I'm not sure if I'm live, but I think I am. I think I am. All right. Good morning. So I'd like to invite you to join me in a brief meditation to set a powerful intention for our day today. It's not good enough just to show up. In our lives. We have to be very intentional, especially as producers, executives, business owners, entrepreneurs. You need to show up with intention. And the best way I know how to do that is to practice how you want to show up. Just like the best basketball players and the best athletes, they don't arrive to the playing field not having rehearsed and practiced how they want to show up. Because when that clutch moment happens, when that three and the clock's going down and the buzzer's about to hit and you're being passed the ball and expected to hit the 3 pointer from behind the line, well, you need to make sure that you are ready for that and you're not caught off guard. And so one of the things that has worked very well for me in my life has been to practice how I want to show up. And that's what I'd like to do with you right here today. So, I'd like to invite you to join me in a brief meditation. And in this meditation, we'll review our day ahead. And then we're going to find a moment in our day where we really need to show up as our best selves. And then we're going to practice that moment and we're going to rehearse it. We're going to go through it together and show up in that moment as we rehearse it as our best self. So that when we actually have that moment in our day today, that it will be something that you're already prepared to show up and you know exactly how you're going to show up. And you'll find is that it becomes much more effortless in being able to show up as your best self because you've already practiced it. So with all of that in mind, let's go ahead and do a brief meditation to set this powerful intention for our day today. We'll begin this meditation by taking 3 breaths. Breath number 1 and release. Breath number 2 and release. And breath number 3 and release. Go ahead and close your eyes if you haven't already. And just take a moment to get settled into this space, the here and now. And now take a moment to think across the day ahead. You may be working from home. You may be going to the gym. I'm probably not going to the gym right now. Uh, you're probably working from home or maybe some shared space. You may be going into an office, some kind of work environment, whatever that is for you. Just become familiar with that. Think about what's your workspace today. Notice that you'll be going into that workspace today. And then now think about the day ahead. What do you have planned in your day today? Are you working independently? Are you working with other people? Do you have a series of meetings, Zoom calls? What are those meetings today? Just become familiar with them. And now that you are familiar with what's going on today, identify a moment in your day. It could be a particularly important moment, it could be a meeting, something where you're presenting, you're sharing your ideas, your thoughts, you need to influence others. Maybe you need to influence yourself. Maybe you are working independently in this important moment of your day. Now, every moment of the day, as executives and producers and salespeople who are typically focused on their day and want to produce big results. Every moment of every day is important. But there is a particular moment in your day where you really need to show up. It's a clutch moment. It's that moment where you get past that ball, the basketball behind the 3-pointer arc, the line, and you're expected to shoot that ball and for it to sink in right before the buzzer hits. Everyone's looking at you. Everyone's depending on you, whether that's your teammate, your executive team, your family, whatever that is for you. What is that moment today where you really need to show up as your best self? Identify that now. Go ahead and get to that moment. Bring yourself into that moment just before that moment, maybe a couple seconds before that moment starts. Pretend you're going to be walking into that moment in your mind's eye and step into your body just before you walk into that experience, that clutch moment of the day begins. And right before you go into it, ask yourself, how do I want to show up in this moment? What are the qualities of my energy that I want to bring into this moment? And allow those energies to come into you right now. Allow that focus, allow that drive, the clarity to enter into your body right now. And go ahead and step into this experience, feeling those feelings, feeling that intention. And notice as you are going through this experience now as your best self, you're showing up as only you can in the best way possible. Literally go through this clutch moment right now as your best self. And now go ahead and wrap it up in your mind's eye. If you need to fast forward, do that. Now that you've lived through that experience, that moment, that clutch moment of your day as your best self, notice how that feels. That's a big accomplishment. And it's an accomplishment only you can create in this world and in this life. And you did it. You delivered that maximum value. Notice how that feels. It should feel pretty great. So let's set this as our intention for the day today. Today, I want to show up as my best self in this critical moment. I want to have the maximum impact that I possibly can today across my entire day, but especially in this moment. Let's take a deep breath in and release. Go out and crush it. I'll see you soon.